Endeavour was back on Sunday night. Gary, did we watch?
Of course, yes.
You say
Not
of
together.
course.
Well,
That
no,
would
but
be
this is one of my favourites.
You never,
This
of
is one
course,
of my
never.
favourites, and I really, really liked this. This is Inspector Morse prequel. I think most people that have listened to this podcast before know exactly what it's about. Sean Evans playing Inspector Morse. A lovely little bit at the beginning about his first name. Actually, I did like that, where the woman was trying to guess his first name. That's quite funny.
Sort of midway through, but I'm just being
Yeah, I know.
pedantic. I don't know why.
But basically, from the end of
Suss it out.
the end of the last series, Morse had spent some time in prison for allegedly shooting Roger Allam's character, and you got kind of like the bit of the back
Can I
history.
just interject a moment?
Of course.
I want to say that was probably the bit that I wasn't very happy with, the fact that because they set up throughout the last series this big sort of conspiracy angle, and it almost felt like in the first minute or so they were just like, it's like we're throwing all of this out and sweeping it under the carpet. They did bring it up a little bit throughout the episode with Morse being.
Well, my other complaint about that side of the story was we all watched it together, not the three of us, but the people I was watching it with, and we're big Endeavour fans, and because it's been nearly 2 years, it would have been quite helpful to have a previously on Endeavour, because I just I knew the vague outline of what had happened, but I wanted to go back a tiny bit, and it would have helped me enjoy it more.
Do you think they're going to bring that up again? Because there were hints that Morse isn't going to let it lie.
I think this was your only kind of reference to that, because they want to get it back to normal. You know, they want to get back to the idea that he is back in the police force and all that, in my opinion. One of the best things that I think about Endeavour, personally, is the way in which each individual kind of section feels like its own little act in a play. I mean, there was a lot of good performances.
This was basically the Great Gatsby, wasn't it? I mean,
it was very much.
He was living in this Endeavour was living in this little hut on the river next to this million. It just seemed very convenient that I've got this little hut on the river next to this massive mansion where this sort of eccentric billionaire lives, who just happens to, and it's all connected to this fairground and stuff like that, and this dead bus conductor.
But I suppose again, it's a reminder that he actually did attend college in Oxford, came from a very wealthy upbringing. You know, he is very classic in it, and the fact that he is very versed in classics. You know, that's the Morse character. You know, the reveal at the end, you know, where he says, you know, perhaps you shouldn't choose a name that comes from, I think it was Prometheus or Odysseus. But you know, it's a reminder that he's into his classical music. He is that.
It's a testament to how strong the episode was that I didn't actually think like Matt. Now he says it was very convenient that Morse was living next door to all these people, but it didn't really make the connection then.
No, I agree.
I think the resolved mystery was a bit weak. I didn't like.
I like the resolve of it. I didn't. I mean, the fact was that all the characters were quite flimsily drawn and were almost sort of too larger than life in a way for you to believe that they lived in that sort of, you know, sedate Oxfordshire countryside alongside the people. I mean, I know a lot of them were sort of circus folk, and but it was, I think, and you mentioned this in your review, Luke, on the website, that it was just splendidly shot and just really lovely to look at.
It looks stunning. Yeah. It really does look stunning.
And I think this is the perfect sort of middle ground between interesting twist story and sensible, like, narrative device. That it got away with a little bit more without trying to confuse the audience and outsmart them at every turn like Sherlock did. And again, I think the chemistry here between Sean Evans and Roger Allam is absolutely brilliant. I love both of them, and I just think it's a great combination. It's one of those that just sort of works. Roger Allam especially is really, really good in this.